So this is just a weekly recap or end of the week recap on what my options positions are and what I will be closing or rolling over, or you know what's done is done. So let's start off with open, which I had a a 2.5 put on 5 contracts, which I sold at 9 cents, and I am officially out of it. So that has gone. The stock, on the other hand, where am I going with this? Right here. The stock is tearing to the upside based on zero news, as so far as I can find, other than Wall Street Bets is screaming about it on Reddit. I don't see anything else going on. I mean, the CEO left last week, so there's no news, nothing new, no new debt restructuring, nothing. And yet this thing is up 12% since this morning. And I actually closed out my position yesterday at 2 cents because God only knows what was going to happen between, well, today and Friday, whether this thing was going to spring down or spring up. I mean, you see the volatility on this thing. It can go up and down 40 cents, 50 cents like nobody's business. So if I was holding on to a 250, a $2.50 contract, I could have been in the money today just as likely as being out of the money. So yeah, that's gone. Great stats. Bye bye. Next is ARM, semiconductor play. So I got out of my last or this week's ARM position, which was a covered call at 145 that I sold for $1.01, and I bought it back for 5 cents. So total profit of $96 there. And I sold another covered call for next week at 145, but unfortunately I sold it yesterday right here. I bought back the other one, sold this one for 38 cents. And since then, the stock has gone up a little bit. So it's sitting at double the price that, or what, 40% up of the price that I sold it for. It was a bit higher, but now it's, is what it is. What was it sitting at? 75 cents even at the height. Oh, well, you live and learn. I'm not going to cry about it. 145 is what? That's 13 points outside of where it's sitting now. So if the stock goes up 13 points, it sells at 145. I don't care. That'll look like the stock's overextended, overbought. Maybe it'll go back down to one early or late 130s, early 140s. I'm not going to worry about it. Anyway, hold on to it. Today also, what's his name? Bull is trading up a little bit at 1438, so it's up 5 cents. But Bull has been like all over the place since the last couple of days. So it had a high of like 17 and now has hit a low of 1391 and bounced back. So both my cash secured puts are actually in the money, unfortunately, because I sold 14.5 earlier in the week and I sold a 15 earlier in the week. So I think the 14.5 I sold for 12 cents. So I wasn't going to get much out of it. And now it's at 37 cents. But the stock is trading at 14.39. So maybe if it can pull its ass up above that line right there, we can let it either expire or I can buy it back. tomorrow, hopefully. And the other one, well, I sold it for 50 cents when this thing was trading at 14.50 day before yesterday, something like that. Um, I now it's at 72. What is it? Between 70 and 93 is the bid. So what is that? It's about 80. So not too great, not too bad. Maybe if we can pull it up over 14.50, like I said, then I can buy this thing back and we don't have to worry. I sold another one though, a 13.50 uh put. Let's just see at the open when the stock dipped down to, I think it was at 13.96 actually. And I sold this for 21 cents, and we are currently in profit as the stock has gone up a little bit, and we're wasting theta, wasting a bit of time here, and now it's trading between 5 and 9 cents. So what is that? Probably about 7 cents I could buy this back at. So I'll have made more than half of my money back, which is good. Webull has earnings next week, so maybe I don't want to hold too much of this stock past this week, but we'll see what happens. And the last one is BBAI. So I am currently sitting on 100 shares of this and can't sell any covered calls because I am so deep in the money. I think my cost basis is 780. It's 784, 785 right now. So yeah, there's absolutely, if I can go into this, and I like trading a week out. So if I go a week out into, let's say, $8, there's nothing here. 0 and 5, which means nobody's going to sell you an option whatsoever. And since this thing trades in $5 intervals, you're screwed. Or you're not screwed, but it's just not looking good. Uh, so what I did instead was I sold a put on Tuesday for 5.50 for $20. And right now I'm in profit. It is what it is. The stock is kind of trading sideways down here at this lower range. Stock was trading in the $6 range, but then had earnings earlier. I think it was last week were the earnings. Let me just zoom out here. Yes, so the earnings were last week and it went from what, $7 to boom, 467. So the stock basically crashed, but it's pretty much flat now. So I didn't feel that bad about having a position at 5.5. Uh, if I make a couple bucks off of it, I'm not gonna worry too much. So yeah, those are my positions right now going into Friday morning. I don't know what's going to happen with Jackson Hole and the Powell speech, what the Fed is going to decide. So I'm trying to, take a step back from everything and not go totally crazy. Maybe just, I sell things out today and see where the market runs tomorrow. I maybe don't pay too much attention and try to live a stress-free life. That is what we want more than anything. This is not a way to lead a stress-free life. This is a way to, die of a heart attack at 40 because of way too much stress. Anyway, guys, Again, I go with the caveats, not financial advice, just trying to educate you and trying to keep myself sane as well, rather than, bored as hell. Like, subscribe, drop me a line, tell me what you think. Thanks a lot for dropping by. Cheers.